Reggie here, guys, and today I have a very kind of different topic, but it's like very interesting, and it's just something that I've been honestly just kind of thinking about for quite some time now, and that is as a man, if wearing fragrances that are unisex make you feel or make you feminine at all. So that is like a very type of really hot take that some of you might think the same way that I do, or may differ, right? And like always, this is with the most honest and the most sincere way of thinking. So yeah, so pretty much like we have these two types of stereotypes, or at least that's what it was known to be. One, the type of smells that a man should wear, which is like a fresh, clean, soapy, citrusy type of, very typical for men, right? And for, women, it's more of a sweet, gourmand, floral, warm type of fragrance, right? Like fruity, right? So it's kind of like that. But that's all changed over the years because, back then, like, I don't know, like 50, 100, or even more than that, you're the typical guy would wear something like I mentioned, fresh, aquatic, citrus, something clean, right? And of a woman, it would be more floral, more sweet, and more warm, right? That's been, like I said, like the type of cultural stereotypes that we all I'm pretty sure we all can agree on. And another thing is like a personal preference. Like it just really depends on like your mood, on what you pretty much feel like. And another thing, it's like if you have the confidence to pretty much just wear that fragrance and be confident and bold enough that you know that you smell good, and keeping that positive energy that can attract possibly some compliments. So me personally, look, I have a lot of unisex fragrances. I really do, but to me, these are the most feminine smelling unisex fragrances. And actually, I don't think I've showed some of these, but yeah, this one I've already talked about. La Tavacamra, it's really good. Smells like kind of like a pastry, like it's just you know about it, right? And this one is more of like a sweet apple, fruity, playful, just a gorgeous smell, man. And then this one I bought like a few weeks ago, and it's Albert Einstein, and you can see his little head right here, the printing, and it's like a very nice type of warm floral. It's like kind of sweet, just like really nice, but you can definitely tell that this is more feminine. And this one as well, you might have seen it, you might have not. This is a really gorgeous creamy pistachio type of scent that is, of course, sweet and feminine. And pretty much with this one, it just smells like a pistachio ice cream or cookie. So that's pretty much what it smells like. Would I suggest you to wear any of these? Look, if you have the confidence, go for it. If you have the confidence and if you're bold enough, you can pretty much rock anything that you put your mind to it, pretty much. But if you only like your typical types of masculine scents, like, I don't know, like Dior Sauvage, um, Bleu de Chanel right here, and just fragrances that are just super masculine, or even this one that's like, you know but yeah, like if you just like those types of scent profiles, you are not gonna like these. You are not gonna like them because you are going to pretty much feel the whole time that you are wearing it that you smell like a girl, and that does happen. I have recommended fragrances to people before when I knew the type of fragrances that they liked. For example, the co-worker that I used to have, I recommended a really nice masculine oud fragrance to him, and he ended up buying a fragrance from that he heard from a TikToker because he said it would get him compliments, and he ended up buying it. He didn't even know what it smelled like, and it was like a really sweet fragrance. and he ended up not liking it, and he told me like, look, I smell like a bitch and I should have listened to you. And I said, well, look, that's lesson learned, you know. uh, you'll do better next time, and you know what you are like into when it comes down to scents. So like I said, if you are into that type of masculine type of, you know, scent profiles, you know, don't even bother with these. But if you have an open mind and you would like to experiment little by little, I would suggest you to do start with unisex fragrances that are more 50-50, maybe more maybe even like 51, 52, towards like the masculine side. Because if you start with something like this or this, even this one, you are not gonna like it, and you are just gonna say nope, unisex fragrances are not for me. And like I said, it's just like a cultural thing where a lot of men, especially the men, which is like the majority that, you know, of the planet, that don't really consume like, you know, this whole thing like we do, you know, like that have the same passion, and we collect things, right? You know, the fragrances and stuff like that. So, you know, your day-to-day people, they're not gonna care about this. They want their Aqua de Joe, they want their Dior Sauvage, they want their Bleu de Chanel's, they want their Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mans. You know, they want that type of fragrance that is just like super easy to wear as a man. And I'm gonna be honest, wearing this as a man, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's definitely, it does take a lot of boldness and a lot of confidence to wear. For example, this is the probably one of the most feminine fragrances I do have, that it's unisex, and I've worn it many times, and actually kind of low actually, but yeah, I need to get myself a new bottle. But like I said, this is a fragrance that I have worn many times, and I have gotten compliments, but I have pretty much every single compliment that I get with this one, it goes along like, you smell really good, Reggie, but you kind of do smell a bit too feminine. And I say, I don't care. I really don't care. Why? Because, you know, I'm bold enough to wear that. You know, I have the guts to wear that because, you know, I have the confidence in me that I will get a compliment. And yeah, you know, easier said than done. I do end up getting complimented, um, you know, wearing this one. And, you know, a lot of people really do end up just buying, um, you know, fragrances just for compliments. But to me, it's like, buy a fragrance that you really like the smell, and the compliments will just start coming in naturally, right? And that is like one of the things that people don't kind of just really, you know, take in consideration, because when they don't get a compliment, when they expect it, they say, "Ah, screw that fragrance, I'll just buy a new one." And they keep on trying new scent profiles. But sometimes I know that I've said this, that, you know, pretty much like all women love and find easier like those sweet, like fresh, you know, aquatic citrus type of fragrances, yes, because they're super inoffensive. But there's like a really good amount of like percentage of women that when they smell anything like kind of related to like sweet, like warm, kind of playful and seductive, that's when you do end up getting like a really crazy amounts of reactions, you know. So like I said, it does vary, but you know, there's so many people in the world, so it's only normal, you know, to have so many people like different types of things. But overall, what I would honestly say is whatever works for you. I don't think it makes you feminine. I really don't. But if that's only up to you, if you think that wearing this or even wearing this one makes you smell like a girl, then that's up to you. And I can't really, you know, change your whole mind of and perspective on that. I can tell you my whole view on this, and maybe this gives you some sort of wider type of range to kind of think about this. But yeah, in my opinion, wearing unisex fragrances does not really make you feminine. It only shows a man that has the confidence and the boldness to wear that fragrance and say, you know what, I can wear anything. I know what I like. I know who I am, and I know what I'm interested in. So wearing this is not going to define who I am, right? So exactly, that's what I'm talking about. um I hope this video was a lot of help for you guys, because I'm pretty sure some of you might have thought about this, but this isn't, you know, that type of very um I guess mainstream type of topic that's like been talked about. So yeah, that's what I do. I like to talk about things that not a lot of people kind of really mention. But yeah, um to sum it up, um wear anything that you feel comfortable with, that you have the confidence, and that you know, you just want to show yourself that you can do pretty much anything and you can wear anything and just be completely fine. And like I said, the whole compliment aspect, man, that's all just gonna come in naturally. Don't even worry about it. Next thing you know, you'll be getting compliments. But yeah, it's been Reggie, guys, and like always, let me know in the comment section what you guys, you know, think. If you think the same way, if you like agree, disagree, you know, every opinion is respected, like always. And much love, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.